glorious National Day to you all televiewers. Many thanks for joining us on Thursday's edition of In the House. Yes, on My Media Prime Television is Cultural Day, and most definitely a perfect blend with the National Day, because yes, we cannot celebrate National Day without mentioning one or two aspects about the Cameroonian culture as a whole. We feel very elated to be here this very historic day. Yes, we'll go down memory lane as the day Cameroonians didn't go out on the streets to sing songs, carry flags, and celebrate their national unity. Yes, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the head of state declared this day non-celebrating. Yes, but then we observe it as the National Day. So we say happy National Day, happy Independence Day, as some call it, and a happy Unity Day as well. You don't want to miss out on any part of the show today, because we will not only talk about the National Day, but most definitely we'll talk about another aspect of life that you all would definitely want to chip in a little, to make Cameroon a better day. So do not move from muscle. Join the conversation as soon as you get a topic of discussion on your telephone screen. Send us WhatsApp messages, SMSs, and most definitely, Facebook comments. Yes, it's at that point in time when Cameroonians are, most of them are almost losing hope, but we are here to encourage you not to lose hope, because there is still much that can come from this country if our leaders decide to be selfless, and serve the people. So stay with us as we ride on this beautiful day with a special guest in the building with us. Happy National Day once again. Good morning to you, Nora Kebei, and a glorious National Day to you.
Eileen, good morning and happy National Day to you.
Thank you
to all
much.
Cameroonians out there. It's a beautiful, Thursday morning,
Yes.
and it's a national day, the day we gained independence. And Eileen, it's unfortunate that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the day is void of the normal celebrations.
Yeah.
I miss the pageantry, the march past, the majorette and everything, the military parade with the, and everything. It's beautiful, and we just miss that. But again, it's a health pandemic, and we have to respect it. To keep ourselves safe from the coronavirus, contracting the coronavirus out there. And good morning, beautiful people. It's a beautiful Thursday morning in the economic capital, Douala, and we are here again, once more again, for the show In the House, where we talk societal issues and family lives to bring about a change. And we just hope that you stay glued to your TV set, send in your contributions, and together we can build a society, and bring about the change that we deserve in the society. And once again, happy National Day.
Thank you.
Let the show begin.
Thank you very much, Nora Kebei. We also have Gwladys Bomotonguina in the building. Bonne fête de la unité nationale, Gwladys.
Tu ne m'as pas habillé. Je t'ai fait quoi?
Bomotonguina Gwladys, yes. She wants me to sing her praises.
And my pastor,
She
the
wants me to
gossip
sing her
girl.
praises. Okay, French queen,
Yeah.
my pastor, and the one she doesn't like, gossip girl.
No problem.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Eileen, you cannot beat me in my game.
I will.
I cannot, for the name of God.
I can beat you.
That you beat me on my personal game. This is not fair.
Sometimes
Nora,
we need to try.
No, I will help you. I'll rescue you.
I'm telling you, it's terrible.
No.
I mean, Eileen have come to beat me in my own game.
She
Can you
can't.
imagine?
It's all right. It's
Look
all
at the
right,
traditional outfits there.
Tell you.
Just calm down.
Looking beautiful.
She took my pale, everywhere, pale.
No, I thought you surrendered it to her this morning, Gwladys.
I wanted to look like you.
I did not just want to talk a bit. I was like, Eileen,
Wait,
you cannot.
How
do that
dare
to
you
me.
do this?
it's awesome. I wanted to feel like some, Greek goddess
Yeah,
this
babe,
morning.
it's going. It's nice
Oh,
with you. It's
thank
really
You know, it's
nice.
always good to
Yeah.
copy good things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Most definitely. Nora, it remains you. You see, I've seen also Blanchi with it.
Yeah.
So it just remains you.
I'm going down that road. Don't bother.
It's an African thing.
Yeah,
we cannot just avoid
Gladys,
it.
I'm going down that road. I'm following your footsteps. I will. I'll get there.
Just on the neck.
No, not at all.
You are going to put it also
on the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So far, we are going for 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yes.
The time is flying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ok, bonjour à vous qui nous regardez. Et oui, c'est In The House. Et puis, comme vous savez, In The House, c'est toujours la bonne humeur. Oui. Bonne fête de l'unité. Nous sommes quand même le 20 mai.
Le 20 mai.
C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas défilé, mais attends.
Ah ouais.
Pourquoi qu'on oublie que c'est le 20 mai?
Ah ouais, pas du tout.
No, not at all. Cameroonians have not
envoyez-nous
forgotten.
les invitations. Tu sais qu'on ne défile plus, non?
Oui,
Il
pas
n'y a
du
plus
tout.
la fête. Alors qu'avant, il y avait la fête.
Ouais.
Le 20 mai.
That's what we're just saying here.
C'était top. C'était
Le 20
tellement.
mai, c'était trop top, mon
Ouais.
frère. Tu savais que c'est le jour là qu'on te donnait plus d'argent de baigner.
Ouais.
With your white canvas and a long white socks. You know, knee level.
Et puis quand tu quittais de la maison avec cet argent de baigner, tu arrivais après le défilé, l'école vous donne encore l'argent. Mais c'était quand même bien. Maman, les enfants là, ils sont en train de regretter.
Ah ouais, for
Mais
sure.
en tout cas, c'est le corona et on va faire comment? Le corona est venu tout changer. De toutes les façons, je vais vous laisser avec une parole avant que le programme ne commence. Ceci que, comme vous le savez, toute chose qu'on souhaite dans la vie à accomplir, il faut juste mettre de la volonté. Lorsque tu mets de la volonté et tu mets de la persévérance, ce qui est sûr, c'est que tu vas l'accomplir. Restez connectés.
Ah ouais, restez connectés, restez scotchés, envoyez-nous vos contributions avec le numéro de téléphone affiché sur votre écran as soon as you get a topic of discussion. All right, like I said, we have a special guest in the building with us. We always love, to accommodate everyone, and here today we have Panka Juniola. She is Miss Africa 2020, Miss Gospel Africa 2020. I feel really amazed to have you on my platform today.
I'm so much honored to be here as well.
Thank you for honoring the invitation.
Thank you so much.
And happy National Day to you.
Same to you.
Yeah, of course. We're definitely going to discuss so much about National Day and most definitely you. And a lot more about why not religion and beauty, because that would definitely be our focus for today. But before we get into the focus of the day, like I said, it's National Day. It's the 20th of May, and this day is the 49th edition of the National Day in Cameroon. Yes, of course. And void of celebrations, void of the march past, military parade and all that, we observe it, and most definitely we just can't close our eyes and stay quiet about National Day. Our country is battling with a crisis from the north to the south, the north, southwest, northwest and southwest, the north, and sometimes the east and the south, with rebels from the Central African Republic, But on such a day, we as Cameroonians are happy that we are alive. We look up to great things that the country has already put aside for its people, irrespective of the fact that there are other things that make life difficult, that makes life unbearable for the masses. We will not sit quiet and forget about these most important day. That is a day for us all to sit back as leaders, as the people, to reflect on how we can push this country ahead. It's a day for every person, especially our leaders, to brainstorm, reflect. Are you doing your job as you are supposed to do, as a delegate, as a minister, as a governor, a civil servant, a businessman, a teacher, a parent? Are you contributing to make Cameroon grow in one way or the other? And not to talk about the Anglophone crisis, which we all, really wish that a final solution will be met to settle things amicably. Yes, this is our prayer, this is our cry, and we won't stop talking about it. So the National Day of Cameroon, also known as Unity Day, celebrated annually on the 20th of May, and this has been since 1972. Yes, that marks 49 years today, And on that day, 20th of May 1972, in a national referendum, Cameroonians voted for a unitary state as opposed to the existing federal state, which is a little bit difficult as to why separating at this particular point in time is definitely not visible for the country as per the leaders. So Cameroon is fighting to put that heritage in place, to save it, because the history of the National Day also tells us that Cameroon became a German colony in 1884, known as Cameroon. Kamerun. After Germany's defeat in the First World War, the administration of the colony was divided between Britain and France, becoming UN Trust territories after the end of the Second World War and the creation of the United Nations. So the United Nations Trust territory, known as French Cameroon now in French, ROUN, that's how it ends, achieved independence from France on January 1st, 1960, and British Southern Cameroons became a federated state, and this is where we find ourselves. It became a federated state, and within Cameroon on October 1st, 1961. So this is another very important date. Now, we celebrate 20th May. On May 20th, 1972, in a national referendum, Cameroonians voted for a unitary state as opposed to the existing federal state. And President Amadou Ahidjo then abolished the federal system of government in favor of a unitary state, the Republic of Cameroon. So historically speaking, that's the background. That's all about this day, and this is the history which has been passed on from one year to another. So happy National Day. Desmond, I didn't ask for the topic, but then he already displays there on the screen. Considering that we have Miss Gospel Africa 2020, is it okay for Christians to indulge in modeling? That's what we are going to be discussing on today. Gwladys is going to translate for the French family. Yes, it's National Day. We'll not only talk about National Day because we are not celebrating the day, but then we cannot forget about we acknowledge the day, we observe. Exactly. And we have a great Cameroonian in the studio who represented Cameroon at a beauty pageant, which we'll be talking about a whole lot more on the platform today.
Alors aujourd'hui, on se pose la question si il est normal pour un chrétien ou une chrétienne de se focaliser dans la mode. Est-ce que c'est normal pour un chrétien ou une chrétienne de se focaliser dans la mode? C'est de ça qu'on parle aujourd'hui sur ce plateau. En effet, on a eu Miss Gospel Africa 2020 sur ce plateau et elle aura l'occasion de nous répondre.
Ah oui, yes. So she's going to tell us a whole lot about it, how it went, and why she chose to indulge into modeling as a Christian. Don't go anywhere. Let's take a musical bite. We'll be back after that. You can start sending in your reactions.
No say now you be the best. No say now you be one mama oh. Come on, let's do it now. Mama be there, my friend, Mama be there, my sweet mama. Let me tell you something about this, my sweet mama. The only woman will give me to grow and make me a man. Thank you, for the love you showed me. Without you, Mama Medai, I don't think existed. Thank you, Mama Medai. Thank you, Mama. God bless you, Mama. For the sacrifice for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich. I am proud of you. You are strong. You beat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the one day. Mama Medai. Some people say you're too small to change the country. Others say you're not big good make things work. Like just a name in this country, people them the silver. The way we are picking them, they also people them they wonder. Thank you, Mama Mega. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. On the sun to set for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon. Like Africa in the one place. Mama Mega. And sisters all over the world, whatever you do, always think about your home. It's a place where you will come back someday. Let's clean it up, baby. Let's build it, love. Thank you, Mama Meda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the sun to set for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon. Like Africa in the one place. Mama Meda. Mama Meda. My sweet mama. All the hard-working sons and daughters of this great northwest region of Cameroon, I want you to stand up and dance, because the time has come when we have to put our heads and hands together in order to build this our lovely and only region. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon. Like Africa in the one place.
Thank you very much, Desmond. Yes, when you look at Bamenda, it tells you a lot about the history of Cameroon. Its leaders from Esti Muna, Jongo Foncha, to Philemon Yang, to Christian Kazanatomi, all of them, a majority of them of blessed memory, and a whole lot other. Actually, you know, these have been great people who served the nation. They gave in their quota. They might not have done it as everybody might have wanted, but they chipped in the little they could at the helm of most ministerial positions in the country, and they have left it for others to continue to chip in their best as well to make sure that Cameroon, you know, can be that country most African nations might look up to. It used to be a great thing of the past, but today we really can't boast of that glory of peace, you know, security, merrymaking and all that. Is a little bit difficult right now because you all know why. So, but then we will not stop praying to God to help us, you know, deliver our nation of these ills, of these persons who want to bring, you know, the pain, the hurt, destruction, and all of that. Now, coming back to our topic of discussion, before we dive in deep, let's talk a little bit with Panka Juniola, because many people look at her, maybe they've never heard about her, they've never known that she's a miss, they've never known about the contest. She'll tell us more how it went and where it actually took place. Yeah. So, Juniola, once again, you're welcome to In the House on My Media Prime Television.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, Miss Gospel Africa 2020. Can you tell us a little bit about the contest? Where did it take place? How did it go? You know, so we can understand where you're coming from.
Okay, so the Miss Gospel pageant actually was divided into two, as in Miss Gospel Nigeria and Miss Gospel Africa. So this was the very first edition of everything, and it took place in Nigeria, Lagos, where we had a 3 days camping at Sycamore Hotel Badagry, and from there we had trainings like capacity building, purpose identity, all those kind of things, and from there we had the finals, and I competed as well with 13 other countries, 13 other African countries. For example, we had Botswana, we had South Africa, we had Tanzania, just to mention a few. Yes, so it was so much tense. Like, you know, getting on stage and you meet a lot of people, kind of like more beautiful people than you, more mature, and you're like, how do I do this? How do I represent my country? How can I go so deeper on this thing? How can I prove that, no, I am really worth it? And by God's grace, we brought the crown home.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're coming from, what you're studying, or what you've been into? Because listening to you, I guess you are an educated Cameroonian, and I love it, because being a miss, you cannot only wear the crown, you need to bring something to the table. So tell us a little bit about your career parcours, your educational background.
I have an O-level, A-level, and as well I did an HND program in Transport and Logistics Management, and presently I'm studying Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Boya.
Amazing.
My first year. And aside that, I'm an emotional counselor, certified emotional counselor, certified cultural promoter as well, the CEO of Miss Master Talent Cameroon, and I'm a dancer. I'm a Christian model. a motivational speaker, and much more. That's for people who can actually judge the rest.
How do you juggle all of this?
Yeah, it's true. Actually, someone contacted me, someone I've never met, and he was like, how do you do this? Are you sure you're going to get married one day? Like, you do all these things. Do you even have a boyfriend, a fiancé or something? And I was like, personally, I don't know how I do this. I don't really know. But I'm so grateful to God, because He has given me the capacity to really manage everything effectively. Because one of my purpose is actually to create impact. And I'm grateful to God because people actually testify about every move I make.
Being Miss Gospel Africa, what have you accomplished? What are some projects you've been at since 2020? What have you brought to the table? Cameroonian youth will look up to you as a Miss Gospel, and tomorrow they may also want to be like you, but it's not all about the good looks. It's not all about speaking fluently.
One thing the televiewers need to know is that carrying a crown actually is carrying a country. And since I'm carrying Africa, my God, it's a very vast fight. It's very big. And I just want to say that at a point in time, we queens, like, once we are crowned, we just carry the pride. But I refused. In fact, on that same stage when I was crowned, I just promised myself that no, I'll forever be humble. And this thing brought me to working with other queens in Cameroon and out of Cameroon as well, to achieve the impact I'm talking about. Because, like, just come on, I'm talking about Africa, like, I'm the representative of Africa, so I have to merge with other people. So far as Miss Gospel Africa, I've done a lot of projects, especially humanitarian projects, because I'm a humanitarian and the CEO of an NGO in Cameroon as well. So we move along creating impact. But when it comes to my NGO, the best thing I love is creating smiles on people's faces.
Can you list some activities, what you do?
Like, there's never abandon them step 1, never abandon them step 2, step 3. So each of them, you have breakfast with the kids, we have donation of clothes, we have visiting these old people, like people who are really down. We have we have motivating the depressed, because I actually went through depression. Depression is real. I was ready to actually kill myself.
Oh, really?
Yes. But God kept me all through. And, you know, once you're known, there are a lot of attacks that come true. A lot of health challenges. So for the past 2 months and a half, I've been really down.
Okay.
Half paralyzed, because I would say it was difficult for me to move. Like, I'm actually very, very surprised I could stand today and even talk and even smile with all of you, and I feel comfortable.
Okay, was it that after or before, or after you got the
before? No, that's after. After I had started all the projects and everything, you know, once you're known, attacks will definitely come.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it depends on where you find yourself and who you put your trust in, and how you determine you're gonna react to everything that comes on the way. And it was really, really depressing, because every day I would cry and I'd be like, oh God, you left me. Oh God, I feel pain. Oh God, you're doing this.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point in it is that it's actually a process.
Okay.
A very deeper process for me to carry this crown, because I just noticed that it was actually a platform for me to get to meet people in other hidden African corners, to really know what's wrong and everything, to see how I can get to meet up to their expectations, because there are most African countries as well who doesn't even know that it's Miss Gospel Africa, and that they definitely need a say or something, motivational talk, or a movement from that particular queen, like to actually drift them from that depression, that pain, to happiness, still in Christ. Yes, so that has been the journey for me, and by God's grace, I've gotten a lot of awards. And specifically the Rata Awards. This is my first time I was being nominated. And I won the award as the most promising model in Cameroon. I myself, I was shocked, because I was placed amongst many other bigger people.
Like contestants.
Very, very amazing people that I follow. So even when I was nominated and I found my name amongst them, I was like, Jesus, how? Is it possible? Is it real? Am I the one? And then I just had to put it in mind that once you make yourself available for Him, and once you make yourself available for the people, God will use you mightily to bless these lives. So that has been my journey.
In the course of the contest, like whilst you were in Nigeria, I want to know, didn't this push you to be a little bit exposed as a Christian girl?
It pushed me, but definitely we need to be conscious about the fact that it's a gospel pageant. So no matter how exposed I was, it was in Christian norms.
Exactly what I wanted to understand, because we know what modeling is about. We know what the beauty contest is about. We know what a pageant is about. You will be asked to probably put on a bikini, maybe wear clothes that expose your body parts.
All in Christian norms, decency, capacity building linked with the word. Like you're discovering your purpose and more and everything. So that we shall say.
Let her catch her breath. You wanted
she mentioned emotional counseling. I just wanted to enlighten us a bit on that.
I'm someone who grew up as how can I say, someone who has been really bullied. Very bullied
as a child.
In school or
at home?
In school, in the quarter.
Because you are timid, you are reserved.
Kind of, but I'm actually a very, very distracted and a noisy
Loud
person. Yes, so I don't really know how they were seeing the reserved part of it, but I was really, really bullied. And it got me into a situation where I would love to attend conferences and meet other counselors. So meeting them and listening from them made me develop the passion for it. So I was just like, what if I'm going through this and I have to cry every day, and someone will just come and mention 1, 2, 3 words, and I'm feeling fine and I'm okay, I can smile, I can thank God. I think I can do this too, no matter my age. I think I can do this too. So when I got into it, when I got into it, people were like, no, ma, you can't dare it. Like, you can't counsel us, you're too young, you're not even married, because I can just give as an estimation that I counsel close to 5 couples per day.
Wow.
Married
couples.
Married
couples.
And they're like,
that's amazing.
You're not even married, so how come you don't know all these things? What do you know about this and that? I'm like, I study because I have passion for it. I commit myself to it because I have passion for it. And the most important thing is I listen. I hear from people, because people just develop this thing that once I have this title, I'm the Almighty. I don't need to do any other thing because I think I can do it myself. But no, definitely, I just promise myself to remain humble and get to listen from other emotional counselors, and I permit them to counsel me too.
Of course.
Because definitely I can't do it on my own.
You can't.
Yes.
We're definitely going to talk more about that. Just catch your breath. Let's get some reactions. Then we hear from the panelists. We have this one from Anita Eno. She says, good. She had her country in mind. Congratulations. Well said there, Miss Talented Gospel Africa. Thanks for all you do for others. Keep it up. And we also have Ngum Benedict Tafili. Shout out to you, Ngum Benedict, and happy National Day. He says, hello, happy to listen. And her name is Panka Juniola. Yes, Panka Juniola. You can do a little bit of research and you definitely get more information about her as we listen to her talk. Now, Nora, your views, being a Christian and diving into modeling, diving into beauty contests, for you, what's your take about it?
Okay, Eileen. As Christians, our goal is first of all to please God,
Yes.
and do what God wants us to do, calls us to do, and just do the right things. And especially in choosing careers. In the African context, Africans have the connotation that modeling, since it's in the fashion industry, beauty industry, we just know that, yes, we know that, it just comes with nudity, with sex, corrupt, immorality and all of that. But I think that sometimes when you're getting into something, it is not really, you can get into things like this, careers like this, and then change the perception, change, the whole landscape of what people look at it, to be. You can still get into modeling and uphold, just like our Miss here, uphold good Christian values. It's not all about nudity. Now you get into something like, the modeling, and then you find out that people that's what characterizes, the career. You can bring about that change in the career, because just like I was still refer to her, she went into it knowing that she's a model, she's young, she's a Christian, and she knows that, okay, I'm a young girl and I have to get into this thing and still uphold my Christian values, as a woman, as a girl, because there are people, you're a yardstick. You want people to look at you. Models are brand ambassadors. They are not just there to for the beauty of it, for pageantry, and to expose your bodies. There are things that you bring to the table. You can educate, you can impact lives, just like she has been mentioning. There are a whole lot of things they can do there. You change perceptions of what people can do. We have brand ambassadors who are models. They said in the industry you have a considerable amount of drugs, abuse, and power. Sometimes you find people want to get into the modeling industry, and then you need what we call godfathers, and then you have to submit yourself to abuse of power, to their demands. You're getting into sex, sexual demands and all of that, assault and all of that, to get you there because you want to be at the top. But again, if you're going there and telling yourself that this is not my motive, God says, I'll help those who help, God help those who help themselves. Good. Now, you get into the industry with that mindset, and you're not going there to maybe just for the fun of it, or because you want to shine. Let me put that in quote. Not because you want to shine, but you want to be seen. But you want to bring about a change. You want to impact other lives. You want to be a yardstick. You want to be a role model and set good examples. And of course, you can go there and you change the whole ball game. You change, everything about the modeling industry.
All right. Thank you, Nora. It's time for us to hear from our pastor. I'm sure she has much to discuss with you. Panka Juniola.
I have even much questions.
I know you have a moment. You have a moment with her. But before you get there, Gwladys, your views about beauty, queens, modeling, Christianity. Most often than not, let's look at the context of, let's say, the Cameroon beauty contest, Miss Cameroon or Miss Africa. Most people will link it to occultism. Sometimes they will link it to demonic, demonic persons, because these people always want these young girls to give them something in return. You know, often than not, I'm not saying that this is what is happening in all cases, but most often than not, this happens, and we hear these stories.
Yeah, they are complaining. Even.
Yeah, they are complaining. The girls themselves complain. But believe me, there are girls who will say, stand, even at the Miss Cameroon contest, and say, no, I will not. I will not give in to this person. I will stand my ground. I uphold my Christian values, even though I'm going in for a modeling career or a beauty contest. I will not sleep with A or D because I want to be crowned in Miss Cameroon. And some of them have succeeded in choosing that path, and they make it. Your views concerning how to know a Christian
is really critical. Is quite embarrassing in one way or the other. Yeah, but I want to start by presenting Christ.
Okay.
When Christ started his ministry, the Bible says that his face was not a face of something that was even pleasing people.
Yes.
It means the man was not even handsome.
To people.
To people, in the eyes of people, they were not seeing him handsome. The Bible said that he was not attracting people by his physique.
Yes.
But what was attracting people is what he could have, the proof that he could have bring on the table. Like, I am the Son of God. And it shows that he is the Son of God. But what he was able to accomplish, but what he was able to do, and people were look onto him. Les gens l'observaient, les gens allaient vers lui, les gens le suivaient uniquement pour ça. Les gens ne le suivaient pas parce qu'il était beau de visage. Non. La Bible dit qu'il n'avait pas un visage à attirer le regard. Quand on dit que tu n'as pas un visage à attirer le regard, ça voudrait dire que...
But it doesn't mean that he wasn't handsome.
Eileen, tu connais quand on dit que quelqu'un a un visage qui n'attire pas le regard. Bon, imagine-toi quelqu'un qui a un visage qui n'attire pas le regard. Et tu me réponds.
Par rapport à ce qu'il parlait.
On parle du visage, on parle de l'apparence. Il n'avait pas un visage à attirer le regard. Ça veut dire que quand on le regardait, on ne voulait pas le regarder. On ne voulait pas le regarder en fait. Donc son visage n'attirait pas. Mais ce qui attirait...
Because, let me not cut you. God wanted him to have that look, not to be flashy. Not to be flashy to the people who run behind Christ because he has that attiré look.
That's why
I wanted people who follow him.
That's the Jesus Christ of the picture that you have seen.
Is it not the handsome?
That's the Jesus Christ of the picture that you have seen. I am standing on the scripture. The scripture says he was not having a face to attract people. It means that if his face could not attract people, it means in one way or the other, the man was not handsome.
Like I was saying, Christ was not supposed to be flashy. Human beings love flashy things. They chase flashy. They chase somebody who is able to spray money here, solve their problems financially, do those things for them. But Jesus was supposed to have that face that would take the downtrodden, the humble in the spirit, to be able to recognize with him that indeed this is a savior.
Bam, elle a donc tout dit ce que moi je devais dire.
I was trying.
Tu es arrivé où je partais. Donc,
thank you, Gwladys.
L'intention, au fait, ce n'est pas le beau. Ce n'est pas l'apparence. Non, c'est pas ça l'intention. L'intention, c'est ce que tu donnes.
The message.
Même pas le message, c'est la vie que tu es capable de faire sortir de toi et donner à d'autres personnes. Que les gens reçoivent de la vie qui coule de toi. Que ces personnes-là reçoivent cette vie de toi. C'est ça en fait l'objectif. Et c'est pour ça que les gens suivaient Christ. Les gens ne le suivaient pas pour le physique. Donc, pour revenir à ce qu'on est en train de dire aujourd'hui, on parle du beauty, on parle du christianisme. C'est vrai qu'avec un peu de recul, on a l'impression que c'est pas des choses qui sont
fait pour des personnes qui se disent enfants de Dieu.
Oui.
Oui, ça dépend aussi de la connotation et de l'interprétation. Et aussi de l'idée que la personne qui organise le contexte a derrière sa tête. Est-ce que en organisant on appelle ça Miss Gospel Africa, quelle est l'intention de l'organisateur? Est-ce que l'organisateur a l'intention de faire la promotion de l'évangile de Christ? Est-ce que le promoteur, dans ce qu'il fait, a l'intention de montrer au monde entier que dans le christianisme, voilà ce qu'on peut apporter à la société, voilà ce qu'on peut apporter à la communauté? C'est ça l'essentiel. L'essentiel, ce n'est pas de mettre les phares ou bien de je sais pas moi trop quoi et défiler ou bien de s'exprimer ou de réciter les versets bibliques, parce que j'ai un problème particulier avec les chrétiens d'aujourd'hui, parce qu'ils connaissent tous les versets bibliques, mais je vous assure, ils ne connaissent pas qui est Christ. Non, je suis désolée, Eileen. Show love to the next person. It's true. They don't even know how to do that. But apart of that, they don't even know the Christ they are talking about. They don't even know the God they are talking about. But they can quote you all the verse of the Bible.
Yes.
Like, you are like amazed. Okay, go ahead. Just give them. And I'm like, in this, how are we supposed to impact our community, our fellow brothers and sisters, if truly speaking we have been chosen and put apart by God to bring the change, like to show people the path to take for their righteousness? Because many people think that their righteousness is based on their actions
or their Christianity.
Their Christianity. No. I'm sorry to disappoint you people. It's not based on that. Your righteousness comes from God through Christ, our Lord and Savior. That's just it. And are you able, as a Christian, doing in model or whatsoever you are doing, impacting life positively?
Exactly.
That is the most important part of the thing. We are in a world that in one way or the other things are moving, and even if you want to go back to the Bible, you take for example the history of Esther. Lorsque Esther est arrivée dans ce pays, il fallait une femme pour le roi. Et il y a eu une compétition. Et pendant cette compétition, il a fallu qu'elle se prépare. Et ce n'était pas une petite préparation. Lorsqu'on parle de préparation en ce temps-là, Eileen, c'était pas du chocolat. C'est-à-dire, il fallait dormir dans les bains de lait, dans le miel, dans ci, dans ça. Et oui, il le fallait. Mais ce qui est bien, et que je retiens toujours de la reine Esther, c'est que Esther n'a pas demandé un surplus de ce qui lui avait été proposé. Parce qu'il y a des personnes qui vont arriver dans un contexte et demander plus. Pourquoi? Parce que l'objectif, ce n'est plus la gloire de Dieu, c'est leur gloire personnelle. Quand tu perds déjà l'objectif, ça ne sert plus à rien. L'objectif, ce n'est plus que Christ soit glorifié. L'objectif, c'est maintenant qu'elle-même soit glorifiée. Qu'on voie, que le monde voie que oui, c'est moi qui suis devenue la femme du roi. C'est moi qui suis devenue la reine, la plus belle. Oui, parce qu'il fallait la plus belle. Et Esther, on lui a donné ses produits à elle, et elle s'est contentée de ses produits, mais toujours est-il qu'elle s'est préparée. Et toujours est-il qu'elle a passé une compétition. C'est ça en fait. Elle a passé une compétition où elle a remporté la compétition, et par après la reine Bastille a perdu sa place en tant que femme du roi. Donc, pour dire quoi? C'est possible qu'une chrétienne dise, ok, je vais représenter peut-être le monde chrétien d'une autre manière. Parce qu'on est habitué à voir la représentation du gospel par les églises. On est habitué à le voir peut-être par la musique. On est habitué à voir peut-être par l'art et consorts.
Yeah.
Mais on n'est pas habitué à voir dans le
modeling.
On n'est pas habitué.
Oui.
Moi, par exemple, c'est ma première fois d'écouter ça. J'avais jamais su. Like really jamais.
Never heard about
Et,
gospel.
Yeah. Et j'étais like, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I've started thinking about the thing. That's when I asked myself that, but if at the end of the day, God
mission is
glorified, then there is no
Why
problem.
say no to it?
Yeah, because the most important thing is that God should be glorified.
Life should be impacted, changed
positively.
When my younger sister is standing maybe somewhere, people are looking up to her. Maybe in her church, people are looking up to her on how she's living, how she's relating with people, how she's doing things.
She practicing what she preaches.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, people are going to take her like an example.
Exactly.
She will become a model. She will become a model for younger. You understand? So it's, for me personally, I am not seeing any problems in it.
That. Okay.
The only problem that I have is if the intention, the original intention is not to glorify God, because everything that we as Christians are supposed to do is supposed to glorify God. I am very happy to hear that a young lady is CEO of an NGO, like, and I'm like, married people look up, and I'm like, counsel married people, and I'm like, God, you are awesome.
She's gifted.
You're handsome. Yeah. Wow, it's true. I've never ever hear about a mother or miss whatsoever in a gospel milieu. Never. I mean what I'm saying. So this is the first time ever in my life to hear about it, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Why? Because maybe in one way or the other, it will also change or inspire positively the other part of the modeling, because we used to have models in the secular world, and we know what it means to pass through that particular one. We know. And at the end of the day, if those ladies knows already, because it's all about passion, it's all about what you are supposed to accomplish in life, how God is moving with you,
your values, your convictions.
That is all about, is what will push you to choose your path. Like her, maybe her the way that God want to use her is that way, and nobody on earth can stand and say no, this is not. Who are you? Do you know God? Do you know the God you are talking about? Do you really know him? Have you ever had a discussion with him and he told you that? No, that's why I said in one way or the other that our righteousness is not coming from us.
Because as Christians or as individuals, we categorize a lot of things. We conclude, we judge, we kill.
And we give the sanction. And for us, because of what we know that this is
supposed to be like this.
Yes. So if you tell me that you have gone through this, it means that in one way or the other, this is what you have done. This is what you have done,
which might not even be.
And I'm like, wow. I really believe that this vision, the foundation of this vision is the glory of God. That is my strongest prayer. Why am I saying so? Because if at the end of the day that is not the case, it is going to be an insult for us Christians. It will be an insult. I mean, a big insult for us. You understand? Like, who first of all told you people that you guys are supposed to? You understand what I mean? So I really beg people that are in that particular milieu to really stand on God, in God, because it is not by mind, it is not by your power, but it's by the power of God.
Oh, yeah.
So you can try as much as possible, but at times our emotion, our mind, and our will can mislead us sometime. That's why we always need to be in a place of consecration. I mean what I'm saying. I am talking especially for my younger sister, because I know where she's standing.
Yeah.
And I know what she's going to go through.
She face.
I know exactly what she's going to face. That's why I'm saying that she needs to be like consecrated, like in a consecrated place, like really consecration.
She already started by naming that she has been attacked. The attack she was talking about.
That one.
I even thought of going to side.
These are spiritual attacks. Most especially, she was paralyzed.
Eileen,
was the tip of it.
Let me tell you that this one that she has gone through is just the fruit of children. I know what I'm talking about. This one is just the food of children, because that particular one, you can stand and say, this thing stop. I know who I am. I know my identity. It has nothing to do with my system. If I live, I'm not living because I am the one living. It's Christ that is living with me. And the thing stop. That is food for children. I know what I'm talking about.
I get you.
But when I'm saying that she needs to be in a place of consecration, is because of her personal fights. Inside fight. That's why I'm saying it. Why? Because people are going to look on the least mistake, the least one she will do. They will not tolerate it.
To just kill her.
They will not. And it's not because of her power that she will be able to do that. It's by the power of the Lord.
I was about asking her a question related to what you're saying. Panka Juniola, your biggest challenge since you've been Miss Gospel Africa?
Going through this health attacks. That's my biggest challenge.
Okay, apart from that, you don't have any from the public, people attacking you, maybe insulting you, or in one way?
Definitely people attack me and they always wait for my mistakes, but I'm that kind of person that I'm motivated by critics. So I love it more when people tell me that you're this, you're that, because I'm like, okay, if I'm this, it means I can actually be the other version of that particular thing. So my main focus has just been, in fact, my main challenge has just been the health issue.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We thank God you're regaining it. You've already regained it, and we bless Him for that. And you definitely are going to go places. She's still here in the studio with us. Don't go anywhere. She will definitely answer some questions from us as we continue with the program. Now, let's give you the COVID-19 updates. Yes, the pandemic is still, wreaking havoc around the world, and we cannot stay quiet, but update you on what is going on and what you should do. Do the right thing at the right time, stay out of crowded places and all that. All right, let's start here in the world. These are the countries badly hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in recent times. We have 695 new cases and 36 new deaths in Croatia. In Russia, 9,232 new cases and 396 new deaths. In Finland, 259 new cases. We have Latvia counting 497 new cases, 3 new deaths. Austria, 562 new cases and 19 new deaths. Poland, 2,086 new cases and 250 new deaths. Czechia is counting 777 new cases and 7 new deaths, while the Philippines counts 6,100 new cases, 135 new deaths. Moving on to the second, post we have or chart we have here, you will realize that Africa is clean. No African country is counting new deaths and new infections. We have Cambodia, 419 new cases, 5 new deaths. Vietnam, 30 new cases and 1 new death. India, 1,035 new cases. We have Bolivia, 2,766 new cases. Pakistan, 4,207 new cases and 131 new deaths. That's deep. Mongolia, 519 new cases and 8 new deaths. Thailand, 2,636 new cases and 25 new deaths. Belgium, 3,800 new cases and 19 new deaths. And finally, Kazakhstan, 2,433 new cases. These are the countries badly hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. So if you are in these countries, so you're planning to travel there, you want to make sure that you respect all barrier measures against the COVID-19 pandemic. Put on your mask in crowded places as you step out of your homes. It's very important. And then wash your hands with clean water and soap for 20 seconds. Let's go for the first slot for the day. It's Gossip with Gwladys. Stay with us.
Bon retour à vous et j'espère que vous êtes confortablement assis, hein, parce que le gossip d'aujourd'hui, là, moi-même, ça m'a dépassé. Alors, on a un jeune homme qui vivait avec son épouse et sa petite sœur chez lui. Et on ne sait pas quelle magie, la petite sœur est décédée. Wow. Et quand la petite sœur décède, le frère décide d'enterrer sa petite sœur, tout seul, sans que la famille ne soit alertée. Donc, c'est 3 ans après que la famille a découvert qu'en fait, la jeune fille était morte depuis.
Wow. And what did he say? Did he have any reasons?
Like, no reason.
So he just told the family.
He was just the kind of person that, when you know, those kind of people that when they have a lot of money,
okay,
they are just in their part and they believe that they don't need the other part of the family, because at the end of the day, even if you need to do like a burial ceremony, you'll be the one to pay everything.
It's just not normal. Gwladys, the source of his money. Yeah. Did he kill his sister for money?
That's the thing.
And all that.
That's the thing.
It points
out.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because
he must have killed the sister.
If your sister dies, why don't you alert the population?
The family, tell the mother,
it could have just been a natural death. Why hide it? Why keep it away?
For 3 years, it's not like he's out of the country. He's in the country with the family members, and then
he was not relating with the family members.
Okay.
He was just relating with that particular sister. You understand? It's like, okay, the family, they
care.
Yeah,
the family is not part of
yes.
it.
But this is, we are Africans. This is a situation that involves death. If you're not relating with your family, of course you should be able to let the family know that, okay,
just
you
give them a message.
Yes,
and even if you're going ahead with the burial,
let them know. Why would you keep it for 2 years? And what happened that even the wife was not able to tell her in-laws that, this is a situation we are finding ourselves in. Your sister is very suspicious.
And people he lived with in that house, let's say for instance neighbors and all that.
I'm talking about even the wife in the house.
Like, no, let's forget about the wife. They could be partners in crime. People in that neighborhood, they never saw this girl for a long time, and nobody bothered to ask her.
But they can say that maybe she has traveled or go to abroad and all the rest. Yeah.
Her friends and family member and friends and people close, like in the neighborhood, couldn't raise alarm like this girl is missing. We are calling her number. You know, there are things
that are happening in this outside that you are inside. I don't just understand.
That's why we keep saying you need to be nosy. If you don't see somebody that you used to see almost every day, you hear from them. You have to check up on them. Raise an alarm. Create that means to find out what has happened to this person. You don't just sit and say maybe she has traveled. Maybe
I don't mind. It's not my business. I don't mind. This is Cameroonian.
You just know. Everybody for
Mais il y a un slogan qui dit que les gens disent que tu n'as pas ta vie. Tu n'as pas ta vie, Eileen. Pourquoi tu poses trop la question sur la vie de la personne là? Tu n'as pas ta part de vie.
I will not live with my conscience knowing that somebody might be missing and this person is suspicious about the death of this person, then I stay quiet. I'm killing myself as well as a Christian. I'm talking about Christianity, the little things we need to do. It's not about preaching the gospel,
for sure,
quoting this and that. It's about caring for your neighbor, the person next to you,
conscience
showing that
too
love.
has a great role to play.
Exactly. How do you live for yourself? Sometimes you have to be nosy. I will not stay for a week and I don't hear from Gwladys and I say, it's not my business. I don't give a damn about where Gwladys is.
Mais il y a quelqu'un qui pose souvent la question là, que tu n'as pas ta vie. Non mais attends, parce que tu poses une question, mais je n'ai pas vu telle personne depuis 2 jours. Qu'est-ce qui ne va pas?
Tu n'as pas ta vie. Our nose into them. That things when you need to respect your space or give that person that space. But at times there is a call for you to inquire, find out.
I think that each and every one of us needs now to start really think of others.
Yes,
it's really important.
Think less of yourself.
We have arrived in a point where we don't really, we are like, we are not even human beings, because animals they care.
They care for each other.
Yes, animals care, but we human beings, we have lost it. So who are we at the end of the day?
And we are moving in that circle.
Yes, and we just need to raise an alarm.
The things that affect us is because of the things that we don't do and the things that we do. At the end of the day, we don't even
for sure. And people are like, Dieu t'a puni parce que Dieu ne t'a pas puni.
Pas du tout.
Le diable ne s'est pas abattu sur toi.
Oui.
En fait, c'est l'accumulation de ce que tu as fait qui t'a produit le résultat. Ce que tu sèmes, tu récoltes. Point final.
Merci beaucoup, Gwladys, pour le gossip story aujourd'hui. We definitely learned something. Yeah. Let's take a commercial break. We'll come back to read your reactions, cook, and still talk with our guests here in the studio.
BT Media is getting better, going further with clearer images. Our channels, My Media Prime, My Movie Africa, French and English, My Music Africa, My Gospel Africa, Real Black 1 and 2 will be upgrading on ENMA 17 with frequency 12,333, symbol rate 30,000 on a vertical polarity 17 degrees east. This is to satisfy our consumers who watch our channels for information, entertainment, and education. BT Media Group, building the future.
My Black Crown, NBC. Nous faisons de la vente et la livraison des produits et accessoires américains de qualité suprême pour les soins de cheveux naturels. Pour tous vos cheveux nappis, nous vendons des produits de gamme Ant Jackies, Shea Moisture, Miel Organique, TGIN, Wild Growth Hair Oil, The Money Choice, Carol's Daughter, Asayam, Kantou et bien d'autres. Des shampoings, démêlants, traitements, beurre hydratant, huile, gel. Les accessoires tels que les pinces, bigoudis permanents, bonnets, grosses démêlants et bien d'autres. My Black Crown, NBC. Notre professionnalisme et notre expérience ne sont plus à démontrer. La meilleure relation entre prix et qualité pour toutes les classes de la société. Contact 671 12 96 39. Facebook, My Black Crown, NBC. Instagram, My Black Crown, NBC. My Black Crown, NBC. For the love of our heritage. My Black Crown, NBC. We deal in the sales and delivery of top quality American products and accessories for all natural hair care needs. For nappy hair, we sell products and brands such as Ant Jackies, Shea Moisture, Miel Organique, TGIN, Wild Growth Hair Oil, The Money Choice, Carol's Daughter, Asayam, Kantou, and many more. From shampoos, conditioners, treatment masks, moisturizing butter creams, oils, gels, Accessories such as butterfly clamps, hang rods, bonnets, detangling brushes, and many more. My Black Crown, NBC. Our professionalism and experience speaks for itself. The best relationship between price and quality for all classes of the society. Contact WhatsApp 671 12 96 39. Facebook My Black Crown NBC. Instagram My Black Crown NBC. My Black Crown NBC. For the love of our heritage.
With us, you would never be disappointed because we got just what you need. We sell quality products that render you beautiful and sublime. Footwear, handbags, high-class dresses for kids. Grâce Divine Shopping is situated at the third entrance coming from Carrefour Anatole, opposite Crédit du Golfe. First shop. Try quality every day with Grâce Divine Shopping. For more information, call the numbers 699 27 06 42 or 654 43 14 44. Better still, 697 99 22 26. Grâce Divine Shopping by Benedicto Fashan. Satisfying you is our aim.
Welcome back, and time for us to take some of your reactions. Yes, of course. This one says, greetings, I'm Junior from Manfei. I appreciate what you people are doing. It's not bad for a Christian to indulge in modeling because it might be his or her own way in surviving. All right, thank you very much. Most definitely their passion, that's what they are passionate about. That's they have everything. They're blessed about running that project, running a modeling career, and that could be the only thing they could be best at for sure. And this one says, good morning and happy National Day. I'm Sylvie from Douala. And she says, the woman talking mentioned the scripture says he never had an attractive face. Now my question is, from which book of the Bible and the scriptures? Thank you. And it doesn't mean that Jesus was not handsome, eh? Probably you do not get the words, the implication or the connotation of her, of what she said, but I know I've heard that passage in the Bible. So it's not that Jesus had an ugly face. No, Jesus was a handsome Jesus. He was a handsome God. Let's put that, because he was God in the form of a human being, the Son of God. But he was not attractive to the people because he was preaching what they were against. They didn't want to listen to him. He could not have pulled crowds at that particular point in time. Just few people believed that he could do, and
he was the Son of God, and people said, you are not the Son of God. Don't
exactly.
come and impersonate, someone
so,
like
I'm not chewing my words.
That's it.
When I say that.
The Bible say, your face was not attractive.
Yes.
I'm not chewing my word. Let the person go and study again. She will see it.
We have this one that says, good morning talk show. In my opinion, it depends how you perceive what modeling is all about. There is nothing filthy in it, depending on the objective of the company and that of the model. Nibafu writing from Buddha. Thank you very much. Hope Buddha is good this morning. I don't see any problem with Christians indulging in modeling. We Christians always say we want change if we don't go out there and bring the change. What is okay, I think your message ends there. If we don't go out there and bring the change, so it's challenging Christians to go out there and bring that change. The ones, like for instance, Panka Juniola, who has gone into the world of modeling to carve a new path for young Christians who want to do modeling. You know, you can do it in the gospel domain, in the Christian domain. You don't have to do those other things that other models in Cameroon, Africa, and the world indulge into. But you can impact
you need to
lives.
be naked.
Exactly. You don't need to be naked to be a model, you know. All right. Let's dive into the kitchen because something is savoring, but you can continue sending, you know, your messages. Is it okay for a Christian to indulge in modeling? Nora, what's cooking today?
Eileen, today we have a goosey pudding. That's
okay.
what we are cooking today.
A good food for a National Day.
Of course, yeah. And we need our egusi, the ground egusi, of course. You need your ground egusi. You need meat, you need crayfish, egg. Egg is optional. Some people do put eggs and some do not. You know, egg, salt, maggi, your pepper, and of course the plantain leaves where you're going to wrap your egusi. Now you begin by washing your meat and cutting. You know, the slices will not be like the slices of maybe meat stew, or it has to be smaller because of course you're going to incorporate it inside the egusi paste. So you wash your meat and cut it into small, very small slices, and then you. Of course, it cannot be the same. Yeah. Because you have some bundles which have there's much meat.
Collect all the meat.
Yeah. So you wash your meat and slice them into little slices, and of course you boil it until it's tender with salt and seasoning cubes. Then you grind the egusi and pepper and the crayfish. Now in a bowl you mix everything together. You mix the ground egusi, your meat. That's the cooked meat, the pepper, salt, crayfish, maggi, the eggs, and you put some of the meat stock into the bowl where you have to mix everything, and then you mix it with the meat stock, until it is well incorporated. Mix it very well and always test for your maggi and salt so that it doesn't get too salty. You don't want to eat egusi pudding which is over salted. After that after having mixed everything together, mix it together until it's well incorporated, and then you use your plantain leaves now that you have warmed. That is it right there, and then you wrap them in bundles and place them in your pot. By the time you're wrapping this, of course your pot should be on the fire, and you have to don't forget to always line your pot at the bottom of the pot with the stem of this these plantain leaves, that hard back. You cut it and put it there so that you avoid the bundles from getting in contact with the pot, because it can easily get burnt. So you have to protect it from getting burnt. Now you wrap them and put them in the pot which is on the fire with a bit of water, and then now you let it cook for about an hour. Of course, egusi takes long to cook, and you have to cook egusi well because egusi is known for it always upsets the stomach. It can disturb your stomach, so you have to leave it to cook for like an hour, and even 1 hour 30 minutes, so that you're sure that it is well cooked. And after that your egusi is served. You can eat the egusi pudding with plantains, miondo, or bobolo. That's a egusi pudding right there. Good. I am Gwladys. I can see you dancing. That's the egusi pudding right there.
Yeah.
I love it. I love egusi pudding as well.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah. I love it with miondo.
Look at the meat.
You're looking at the meat.
With fries, it's going to be perfect as well.
Fried plantain.
Yeah.
Irish potato.
I love
Irish
it.
potato for others.
I love it with miondo.
But bobolo.
Oh yeah.
It's
and like she was complaining that sometimes the meat will just gather into one place. So you might take this tip by putting the meat, and before you be vigilant. Everything.
Yes, be vigilant when you're putting this bundle. Make sure that the right amount of meat, inside that particular bundle.
You should do
all the bundles.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't put all the meat at the same time.
You should be vigilant while you're wrapping.
You should incorporate the meat when you're wrapping.
Yeah.
That's true. No, yes. You mix everything.
No. You don't mix with the meat when you're tying the the egusi
Okay,
pudding. Before you tie, you put the meat inside. Let's say if you're putting...
That's another process because...
No, I'm just saying that if she wants to avoid the meat to settle in one bundle.
Okay.
Yeah, like somebody was saying here the other day, you put the meat, like when you're about tying the bundle, you just take your meat or your fish, now you put in each bundle, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, because sometimes you go for an event, people they chop meat.
You actually
inside go to put it. Now one day empty.
Nothing.
Or even at home, you share to some kids. Some kids have meat.
And
Papa has meat, or maybe Papa will not
even
have meat.
My own chunk of egusi does not have meat.
On Papa's own, you can put all the meat, and then you tie it with a special wrappon or thread and say that this is that's for Papa. A person is touch pa.
To identify.
Exactly. Thank you for that recipe. We love egusi pudding packed with
meat. And sometimes even smoked fish, if you can afford, you put the meat and the
my mother had to know. My mother know how to do it. She do it like that with meat, fish, and egg, boiled egg.
Yeah.
I tell you, you eat it and then you are in heaven.
You go gaga.
All right. Now, before we go, let's talk a little bit with Panka.
Okay.
Panka, I would love to know, you said you're still in school, right? You're still in school, journalism. Which year? How many?
I'm a fresh.
Oh, you're a freshman. Oh, okay. After studying, you were telling me you read
yes,
something
after studying transport and logistics management.
You abandoned it for journalism.
Not abandoning. I got the skills, so kind of like yeah.
Okay.
The program.
All right, that's nice. Now I want to hear this from you. What advice do you have for models in general, beauty queens? A word to them.
Not limited to gospel.
Not limited to gospel. Just generally, because that's your field. Putting on that crown. Not everybody is called to put on the crown. Very few of you will have that grace.
The courage, first of all, to participate.
Exactly.
There are
People that maybe can be choose, but they will never have the courage
to carry it. People look up to you and all of that. A word to your peers.
Okay, I have 2 words.
Okay.
The first thing is avoid pride, because that one definitely come. Just being on stage and then you have praises and everything. And the second thing is don't too much exaggerate.
Okay.
Yeah, like you mean secular models and
both gospel and secular.
Don't too much exaggerate in the gospel milieu, because of course we also have Miss Christian Cameroon. I don't know if you've heard about it. We have Miss Christian Cameroon, even Miss Master Talent Cameroon is in Christian norms. Even Miss Insight, that Miss Nation Building is in Christian norms.
Yes.
You understand? So don't too much exaggerate, especially for the secular world, because they expose their parts, and at a point in time we don't really know what we are supposed to see or where we should focus on. Don't exaggerate a lot. Yes, at least even maintain your integrity and more. And you need to be conscious about the fact that being a model is not exposure of parts you're seeing all the time. It's about people looking up to you and the way you do things.
Yeah, what you're bringing to the table.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. What next? And before we get there, Juniola, I wanted to know, for how long are you going to wear this crown? Because the pageant was 2020, right?
Yes.
So how long does it last? Being Miss Gospel
it's
Africa?
a 1-year mandate. So
okay.
Definitely soon. I think by August.
You want to go in for the 2021
August,
contest?
I'm not sure I want to go in for the next one, because this is what I believe in. It's true, I can still go in and win, because I trust in my capacities now. I'm more bold. but then we need to be conscious about the fact that there's someone who is dreaming to have that sport. At times, just give the opportunity for someone else. Don't just be selfish that, I want Miss Cameroon today. It means that tomorrow I must be Miss Cameroon again. In fact, I'll continuously be Miss Cameroon, and then you just obstruct people's dream. Let's just give them the spot to have the opportunity to, of course, my most important thing in life, to make them smile. That's just it.
Yeah. So what next for Miss Gospel Africa?
That's a very tough question, and since January I've been thinking what next, and almost all my contacts have been like, what next?
Yeah.
I can just say be expectant, because God is using me mightily So you should be ready to see me at any level.
Oh yeah, glory! I love that. Thank you very much, Juniola Panka. I want to wish you the best.
Thank you
in
so
your
much.
modeling
I'm
career
honored.
in the
Thank
gospel world.
Thank
You're
you.
really touching so many lives. Just
Amen.
listen to you talk. We gathered so much. I gathered so much. The life of a queen who is selfless, who tries to put smiles on the underprivileged and the little they can. Working with your NGO, I'm sure you have support from one or two persons.
And not forgetting. The main thing that's going to be happening next week, I have a program here.
Okay.
I am not ashamed of my flow, celebrating the Menstrual Hygiene Day. Definitely. So it's going to take place at Sibek Bonaberry here in Douala at Saint Anil Marie Orphanage. Where we are, of course, going to have, you know, sharing with the children, making them know about everything, because some of them are actually scared. They don't know. There's some people that when they see, they're like, oh Jesus, it's like there's witchcraft happening. How come blood is flowing and I don't understand what's happening? But we need to make ladies conscious of the fact that it is very much normal, and even in its normal state, there are some abnormalities. So we need to be conscious about it, and we'll definitely be sharing parts. And we have amazing teachers. We have a nurse, we have a writer, we have a beautician, and much more. So I just want to encourage people. If you check on my page, it's already there. Yes, there are people have already been sharing and more. So you might want to donate. You might want to share, you might want to do a lot of things. Yes, you
Talking
can just
about
join.
donation and support, having that from many people, from organizations, or let's say people who support you.
Yes, I have people who support me, but most importantly, it's a shocking one because they are most importantly my friends. My friends who just like
chip in something.
Yes, they chip in something and more. And I was even surprised when a company, a sanitary pad company, Magnetic Energy, got to me and they were like, they want to provide part like 3 cartons for these children. And I was like,
amazing.
oh God is using me.
Oh,
so
most important, that's awesome. We have children in these Anglophone regions, those who have been hit by the crisis.
The IDPs.
Yes, they can't afford part. The most important thing that a girl should have, a woman should have to use to protect herself against, bacteria infections, in her time of the menstrual flow. And that is the best way you can give support to these underprivileged persons. Thank you very much. You've been
so much
amazing.
honored.
I wish you the
Thank
best.
you.
Just keep doing what you're doing and
Thank you.
definitely light up the world. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Gwladys. Have a blessed 20th May Day. That's National Day. Stay tuned to more programs coming up on My Media Prime Television, The African Eye. It's a bye from us.